My name is Evelyn Carter, and at 68 years old, I still live in the same small fishing village on the Georgia coast where I was born. St. Simon's Island isn't flashy. It's quiet, with salt marshes that stretch like green velvet under the sky, shrimp boats chugging out at dawn, and neighbors who wave from porches without needing a reason. My husband, Jack, and I bought our little clapboard house 45 years ago with his Navy pension and my part-time job at the library. We raised 3 kids here: Ryan, the oldest, at 42 now, Sarah, 39, and Michael, 36. They all moved away after college: Ryan to Atlanta for finance, Sarah to Charlotte with her marketing career, Michael to Orlando teaching high school. Grandkids came along, 6 in total, ranging from 4 to 17, and visits were sporadic: birthdays, Christmas, the occasional long weekend. I told myself it was normal. Life gets busy. Jack passed 4 years ago from a sudden heart attack while fixing the dock. One minute he was humming an old Jimmy Buffett tune. The next he was gone. The house felt too big after that. Echoes in rooms that used to ring with laughter. I kept busy, gardening, volunteering at the senior center, quilting blankets for the church bazaar. But loneliness has a way of settling in like fog off the water. Last October, the phone rang on a Tuesday afternoon. I was kneading dough for cinnamon rolls when Ryan's name lit up the screen. "Mom, how's my favorite coastal queen?" I smiled despite myself. "Surviving the humidity, son. What's up?" He launched right in. "Listen, we've been talking, the whole family. We want to do something big, a real family trip. All of us, the kids, everyone. Key West, Florida Keys, a big villa right on the water, all-inclusive style. Snorkeling for the little ones, sunset sails, good food, reconnect like we used to. What do you say?" My heart did a funny flip. Key West. Jack and I had honeymooned there back in '81. Cheap motel, conch fritters, dancing barefoot on Duval Street. We'd talked about going back someday, but life and kids got in the way. "That sounds wonderful, Ryan, really, but money?" "Don't worry about a thing," he said smoothly. "The place we're looking at is Parrot Key Hotel and Villas. 3-bedroom family villas, sleeps 12 easy. Pools, kayaks, private patios. We need you to book it though. Your credit's better, and the deposit's non-refundable if we split it weird. We'll all Venmo you our shares right after, promise." I hesitated. My savings weren't huge. Jack's life insurance, plus what I'd socked away from quilting and Social Security. But family. The word alone made me soft. "Okay," I said. "Send me the details." He emailed the link that night. Parrot Key looked like paradise. Waterfront villas with screened porches, multiple bedrooms, full kitchens, bikes to borrow, easy access to Key West's chaos without being in the middle of it. The rate for a week in early January, prime season, was steep: $8,400 total for the large waterfront 3-bedroom. They'd booked 2 side by side to fit everyone, but with family package perks: breakfast credits, welcome cocktails, shuttle to town. Deposit, $6,800 due immediately to secure. I stared at the number. That was most of my liquid cash. The next morning, I walked down to the marina. Jack's old Boston whaler, vintage 1982, wood trim still gleaming after all these years, sat under a tarp. He'd restored it himself, taught the kids to fish on it. Our escape boat, he called it. I called a broker I knew for years. "Evie," he said gently when I explained. "You sure? That's Jack's pride and joy." "I know," I whispered, "but it's for the family." He gave me $7,200 after fees, enough, plus dipping into savings for the rest. I wired the deposit that afternoon. Confirmation email came instantly. Reservation under Evelyn Carter. Check-in January 3rd, 7 nights. Non-refundable deposit acknowledged. I spent December buzzing. Bought new swimsuits, modest ones at my age, packed sunscreen, made lists of activities: Dry Tortugas day trip, Hemingway house. I even quilted small beach bags for each grandkid with their initials. The drive down was long, 8 hours from St. Simon's, but Ryan rented a big USV. I rode shotgun while the kids and grandkids filled the back rows. Laughter, snacks, music. For the first time in years, I felt part of something again. We pulled into Parrot Key just after sunset. Palm trees swayed under string lights. The Gulf breeze smelled like salt and freedom. The lobby was open air, fans whirring lazily. I stepped to the desk, gave my name. "Welcome, Mrs. Carter," the clerk said warmly. "Your waterfront villas, 2 adjoining units, keys here." She handed me a stack of shell-shaped cards. "Everything set. Enjoy your stay." I turned, beaming, ready to share the moment. But the lobby was empty behind me. Ryan, Sarah, Michael, their spouses, the grandkids, they'd vanished toward the pool deck or elevators. Only my 17-year-old grandson, Tyler, Ryan's oldest, lingered by a potted palm, looking uncomfortable. "Grandma," he whispered, stepping close, "can we talk, alone?" We walked out to the path leading to the villas. The sun had dipped, leaving pink streaks across the water. Tyler pulled out his phone. I didn't want to be part of this, but you need to see." He opened a group chat titled "Mom's Last Ride," created by Ryan the day after he'd called me. I scrolled, stomach sinking. "Ryan, deposits in. Mom's card took the hit. Lol. She's so excited it's almost cute." Sarah, "Once room's locked in her name, we dispute next month. Credit card fraud protection. Boom, free keys vacay." Michael's wife, "She's useful for something, right? We'll stick her in a cheap motel down the road if she whines." Chelsea, Ryan's wife, "Kids can have the villa. Grandma gets the budget spot. Win-win." Laughter emojis. Inside jokes about me being the ATM grandma. Plans to keep her busy with solo activities while they partied. My hands shook. 45 years of motherhood. Diapers, college tuition, late-night talks, holidays cooked from scratch. And this? Tyler touched my arm. "I'm sorry, I tried to say something, but Dad shut me down. I don't want to stay if it's like this."
I looked at him, tall, kind eyes like Jack's. "Then you won't." That night, from the balcony of my villa, the master suite with the best view, I stared at the dark water. Waves lapped softly. I thought of Jack. What would he say? "Evie girl," he'd drawl. "Family is supposed to lift you up, not use you as a stepping stone." I didn't cry. Not then. Instead, I called the front desk, asked for the manager. A woman named Maria met me in her office 20 minutes later. I told her everything, calmly, factually, showed her the chat screenshots Tyler forwarded. Maria's face softened. "Mrs. Carter, the reservation is in your name only. You have full authority. What would you like to do?" I took a breath. "Deactivate the key cards for both villas, except the master bedroom suite in mine. Effective 9 a.m. tomorrow. Send written notice to the guests that the reservation holder has modified access. If they wish to stay, they pay their own balance at checkout. Also, prepare a separate room for me and my grandson at a nearby B&B. Something quiet, clean. I'll cover it." Maria nodded. "Done. I'll handle personally. Taxi at 10:30 a.m.? "Yes. Thank you." Back in the villa, I packed quietly. Tyler slept on the pull-out couch. I sat on the balcony until dawn, quilting a small square. Blue waves, a tiny boat, a reminder. At 8:59 a.m., I sipped coffee on the porch. Below, the family gathered at the pool, kids splashing, adults with drinks, laughing like nothing was wrong. 9 a.m., phones buzzed. Confusion. Ryan tried his key. Red light. Sarah pounded on her door. Michael called the desk. Planning was mostly bliss. We FaceTimed every Sunday. She flew out to LA 3 times to help with dress shopping, cake tastings, and invitation wording. She designed the save the dates herself, watercolor palm leaves and hibiscus flowers. When we did the final walkthrough at the resort 6 months before the wedding, she linked arms with me and whispered, "This is your fairy tale, babe. You deserve every second of it." I believed her.
The week before the wedding, 20 of us flew in early for the bachelorettes and pre-wedding festivities. Sarah organized everything: a sunset catamaran cruise, a private luau with fire dancers, and a spa day that left us all smelling like coconut and frangipani. Ethan's groomsmen teased him relentlessly about how whipped he was, but he just grinned and kissed my temple every time someone said it. The night before the ceremony, our last night as single people, we had a casual dinner on the resort's oceanfront lawn. Lanterns hung from the trees, fairy lights twinkled, laughter floated on the warm breeze. Ethan wore a linen shirt unbuttoned at the collar, looking like he belonged on a postcard. Sarah wore a flowy white sundress that made her tan glow. She gave a toast that had everyone in tears. To Elena, the girl who taught me how to adult, how to love fiercely, and how to never settle. And to Ethan for being the only man brave enough to keep up with her. She raised her glass of pineapple Mai Tai. May your love be as endless as this ocean. We clinked glasses. Ethan squeezed my hand under the table. I felt invincible. After dinner, most people drifted to the bar or their rooms. Ethan kissed me goodnight in the hallway outside our suite, soft, lingering, promising tomorrow would be everything. I can't wait to marry you, he murmured against my lips. I went to bed smiling, but sleep wouldn't come. Maybe it was nerves. Maybe it was the jet lag still lingering. Maybe it was the way the ocean roared louder than usual through the open lanai doors. Whatever it was, at 1:47 a.m., I slipped out of bed, pulled on a light robe over my silk camisole, and stepped outside. By 9:15, they stormed up the path to my villa. I opened the door before they knocked. Ryan's face was red. "Mom, what the hell? Keys aren't working. The desk says you changed something." I stepped aside. "Come in." They crowded the living room. Ryan, Sarah, Michael, spouses, kids, confused in the back. I held up printouts. "This is your group chat. Mom's last ride. Every word." Silence crashed down. Sarah stammered, "It's a joke. We were venting." "A joke," I repeated softly. Selling Jack's boat to pay for this was a joke? Watching me scrape together every penny while you planned to dispute the charges and stick me in a motel was a joke? Michael looked away. "We didn't mean—" "You meant every word," I said. "You saw me as useful, not family, not worthy of respect." Chelsea crossed her arms. "You're overreacting. We can fix this." "No," I said. "You have choices. Pay the full balance yourselves now or leave. The villa stays locked to you. My suite is mine. Tyler is coming with me." Tyler stepped forward. "I'm with Grandma." The grandkids shifted, unsure. The younger ones teared up. I knelt. "This isn't about you, sweethearts. Grandma loves you. We'll make our own memories. Someday soon." Ryan exploded. "You can't do this. We have kids here." "I can," I said, handing Maria's letter. "Reservation holders' rights. Read it." They argued, pleaded, blamed. I stayed calm. No yelling, just truth. By 10:15, they were packing under staff supervision. I waited on the balcony until the taxi arrived. Tyler and I loaded our bags. As we drove away, I saw them clustered at the entrance. Suitcases, angry faces, kids crying. The palms swallowed them. We checked into a small B&B in Marathon, quiet, with a private beach path, fresh linens, no crowds. The owner, a kind woman named Rosa, baked us conch fritters the first night. Tyler and I spent the week simply, snorkeling in shallow reefs, he taught me how, sunset walks, talking about Jack, school, dreams, no luxury, but real. He told me about wanting to study marine biology. I told him stories of his grandfather's Navy days. Back home, apologies trickled in. Texts, calls, flowers. We were wrong, stressed, didn't think. I responded once. Words are easy. Respect is earned. When you're ready to show it, not ask for it, my door opens. I didn't wait. I turned my quilting into a business. Online shop, Coastal Threads by Evelyn, heirloom quality quilts, beach themes, family trees, lighthouse patterns. Orders came from all over. Women my age messaged me. Your story inspired me. Tyler visits often now. We plan trips, just us. Next year, Savannah, maybe Charleston. I still live in the little house. The dock's empty where the boat was, but I sit there at sunset, quilting, listening to waves. Jack would be proud. I didn't destroy a family vacation. I saved myself, and sometimes that's the greatest reunion of all.